Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi amma ba'd. Brothers and sisters, we are very grateful to Allah the Most High to be privileged to welcome you to lesson 11 of Foundation 1B, Ad-Darsul Hadiya Ashara. And it's our 36th session overall, and this is module 8. Initially, I wanted to deal with Al-Fatiha from this week, but I have decided to use this one additional week to discuss issues relating to grammar, inshallah. So in these sessions, we will review many aspects of the grammar and give additional details relative to Al-Kalam, especially Al-Asma. In this session, we will give a quick overview of the nouns, etc., that is nouns, pronouns, adjectives, etc., which is represented by al-asma, and verbs, which is al-af'al. In these presentations, you will find a lot of information that you already know. So this week will be lighter for you, inshallah. There would be some new information, but it would not be so intense. So we gave you an extra week to go over what you had problems with. And this week now is going to be easy, so you can still go over all those information that you have technicalities with so that you can master them, inshallah. The first thing we're going to be dealing with that you already know, alhamdulillah, is Aqsamul Kalami Thalathatun. There are 3 parts of speech in Arabic. Al-Ismu or Ismun, which is normally translated as nouns. And this includes nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs of place and time. Okay. Second category is fi'lun, which is all forms of verbs, the past tense, the present tense, and included in this is the future tense and the command form, that is the imperative, which is to occur in the future anyhow. And the third category is harfun, which is particle. It includes all prepositions, conjunctions, conditional particles, some interrogative particles, etc. So, we are dealing with al-asma. Al-ismu, jam'uhu al-asma. That's the plural for ism, right? We know that already. The ism is a word that only gives a meaning. The meaning can be something physical, that is, it can be alive or not alive, or something mental. An ism represents a person, place, thing, or idea. Examples of this are ar-rajulu means the man, right? That's a person. Makkah is a place. Al-maktabu is the desk. That's a thing. And al-ilmu is an idea, but it's an ism. So we are going to discuss the ism in Arabic by going into detail to explain its 4 attributes which we introduced before. First, its gender. Second, its grammatical number, singular, dual, and plural. Third, its being definite or indefinite. Fourth, its grammatical case endings. Every time we look at an ism, we must always look at it from the perspective of these 4 attributes. So here we are trying to do the 4 qualities of al-asma, which we did before, but it is, as I said, is a revision. But I want to remind you of certain things so that we can discuss more in details in relation to other subjects. So inshallah, here we go. The 4 qualities of al-asma. The first one is adad. That is in relation to the number. And the number here is in relation to singular, plural, and dual, right? The singular is mufrad. So the first category under the adad is mufrad, which is singular. The second category is muthanna, which is dual, muthanna. And the third category is jama'. The jama' is plural. So we have mufrad, muthanna, and jama'. That makes up the categories of adad. Then we have the other category, the second category, which relates to definiteness and indefiniteness. So any ism is either nakira, that's indefinite, which is represented generally by tanween. Most of the asma take tanween, and that indicates indefiniteness. Tanween is like this here, is tanween dhamma. Mufradun tanween dhamma. Jam'un tanween dhamma. All of that is tanween. Okay? And there is, on the other side, there is ma'arifa. Ma'arifatun. That is for definicy. So, asma are either indefinite, nakira, or ma'arifa. The nakira is represented in most cases by a tanween, and the ma'arifa in many cases is represented by al in front of the ism. It's called a definite article. Okay? When a definite article al comes on top of the ism, like al-kitabu, it makes it definite. And in that case, when the al comes, the tanween drops. It only takes one dhamma, like al-ma'arifatu. Then we have jins, or gender. The third category is gender, and in Arabic there are only two genders. There is al-mudhakkaru, like here, this is ma'arifa. Come back here, al comes and mudhakkarun, and it becomes al-mudhakkaru, masculine, right? So from the qualities of al-asma is the quality of gender, or jins. Every ism is either mudhakkar or mu'annath. Mu'annath is feminine. It is feminine, inshallah. And in Arabic, there are only two genders. There is no other gender except mudhakkar and mu'annath. The fourth and final category is case endings. Case endings. Case endings for the asma is either raf'un or marfu'un, right, which is a nominative case, or it is nasbun or mansubun for the accusative case, or it is jarrun or majrurun for the genitive case. So these are the four qualities of the asma, and this is their explanation. It's a very simple thing, and you already went over it before, so this is a good reminder for you, inshallah. Although the af'al, the fi'al and the af'al are not going to be a part of this week's presentation a lot, right? Maybe not at all. I still want to give some information about the verb. Here I want to do a general overview, and in this overview we are going to try to give a complete picture of the fi'al, inshallah, as complete as possible. So this is for you to really reflect on and to study. There is going to be some new information in it, inshallah, in addition to what you already know. So let us start, inshallah. First of all, we have al-fi'l al-madi, which you already know, past tense. Okay, that is mabni. All conjugations of the fi'l al-madi, every one of them is mabni. Okay, an example of this is dhahaba. Nothing that enters upon dhahaba can change this. It is always going to remain dhahaba. Like that, dhahabat, dhahabu, dhahabna. Any one of the conjugations of the fi'l al-madi, any of its patterns is mabni. Then we have al-fi'l al-mudari'. Al-fi'l al-mudari'u. Right? That is the present tense. Now, the fi'l al-mudari, the majority of it is mu'rab, but we put it as mu'rab because only two of its forms are mabni, but all the rest are mu'rab. Now the other thing is that the alamatul i'rab on it, the signs of the i'rab on it are different. They are not just dhamma, fatha, and sukun, right, as we would represent here, right? There are other things which we'll discuss later. But for now, know that they are mu'rab. So the first thing is that the present tense, it is marfu'. And an example of it is yadhhabu. Yadhhabu. Okay. An extension to this is al-mustaqbal, which is the future tense. Because the future tense only has this one form. Yadhhabu, yadhhabuna, as we are going to see inshallah in the future. Right? But for now, for the future tense is added to the present tense, sayadhhabu, or another addition to make it future is sawfa yadhhabu. Okay, but As long as there is this addition on it, nothing can enter upon it after that. So it is only going to have sayadhabu, sayadhabuna, sa'adhabu, sanadhabu. It can only have the sin enter on it, and it is only going to take the marfu' form. The present tense, al-fi'l al-mudari, can also be mansub, and that is represented by a fatha on the last letter of the present tense. Now lan came in front of it because lan is one of those things that make the present tense mansub. So we say lan yadhhaba, lan adhhaba, lan nadhhaba, lan tadhhaba. Okay? It makes the mudari mansub. The third category is majzoom. Majzoom. The fi'l, al-fi'l al-mudari is morab, and the third category is majzoom. That is it. That is, the last letter takes a sukun. We say something is majzoom, it takes a sukun. Lam yadhhab. Lam, when it comes in front of the present tense, it makes it majzoom. Majzoom. Okay? It takes the sukun on the last letter. Lam adhhab. Lam tadhhab. There are other formations also, but we are not discussing them right now. Inshallah, as I said, it is not always marfu bi dhamma and mansub bi fatha and majzoom bi sukun. There are other alamat, there are other signs also. And then we have al-fi'l al-amru, which is the command form or the imperative form. Okay? And that is also mabni. So the fi'l al-madi and the fi'l al-amr, all of the forms are mabni. The fi'l al-mudari, only 2 forms are mabni, all the rest are morab. There are 14 forms, 12 is morab, right? And 2 are mabni. The example for the fi'l amr, that is the command form, is idhhab. Idhhab. Then we have al-masdaru, which is the verbal noun. We put it here because it has the connotation of a verb, but it is still a noun. This is an ism and not a verb, although it has the implications like a verb because it means the act of doing something. But it is memorized as part of the verb scale, that is the wazn. If we want to say, for example, nasara, yansuru, nasrun, right, is the verbal noun. That's how we memorize it. Nasara, yansuru, nasrun. That's how we memorize it because that would help us when we go to do conjugations and things like that. So, inshallah, these are the overall subjects that we want to discuss for now in this area. But pay close attention to this. You can go over back this, inshallah, again because it is important that you get an overall picture of the verb. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us and guide us and strengthen our understanding of this language and give us the impetus to continue to the end. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.